ABC Wednesdays, Shifting Gears is back.
He has arisen.
Tim Allen and Kat Dennings return in television's #1 new comedy.
What?
With a star-studded premiere including Jenna Elfman, Nancy Travis, and...
Hey, buddy!
A big home improvement reunion.
Welcome.
Oh, boy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, new Wednesdays, 8, 7 Central on ABC, and stream on Hulu.
Finished training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, today's episode, I wanted to talk on something that I talked on a long time. Well, not that long ago. It was a year ago when I had posted a video. Well, it wasn't exactly. It hasn't been exactly a year. Probably by the time when this podcast episode comes out, then because it is gonna come out in October. So because there's still some other episodes that I need to upload. But anyways. But no, last year I did warn people about making videos on Just a Robot, and with his recent return to drama, and that's the thing, I'm more so thinking along the lines like, I don't know what him and his fans are capable of, but it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, I'm worried about people because, yeah, it's like, I know what his fans are capable of. Like, I guess, like, if he does have any fans left, like, yeah, I know what they're capable of. I know what they're about. I know the things that they like to do, I guess, to get even. And that's the thing that be tripping me out. It's like, you're getting even with something that it's like, I didn't even start. Like, and I sit down and I think about that. I'm like, fam, how are y'all gonna get even with somebody if they didn't even do nothing in the first place? Like, you look at every situation that Just a Robot has been involved in, it's always been self-inflicted. It's always him doing something to somebody, not somebody doing something to him. And that's what confuses the life out of me, why his fans, they don't understand that. But I guess if you're being manipulated, if you're being used, you don't realize that. You thinking, oh, I'm gonna get something good out of this. You ask Just a Robot's very first fan ever, throughout his time of being a content creator, you ask his very first fan, what did you gain being a Just a Robot fan? What did you gain jumping to his defense? Fighting his battles for him and stuff. Nothing. And that's the thing. It's like, you can ask his first fan that. You can even ask the last fan that he made. But there has not been one fan that can genuinely say that they've gained something out of being a Just a Robot fan. So besides warning people, because that's what this episode is mainly going to be about, just warning people, telling people what his fans are about and stuff. Because I think when I did do the video, I didn't really elaborate on it as much, or at least I guess where does that situation stand a year later, talking on that video and stuff. But overall, yeah, it is going to be, warning people. But at the same time, making his fans realize that it's especially right now, you're not going to gain anything out of Just a Robot. That it's like approaching a homeless person and asking them for $1 million. It's like, what are you? How is that going to happen? I guess maybe that was a bad example. I don't know. It was just the first thing that came to mind. But anyways. But, no, overall, though, it's like, what are you going to gain? I guess, if you are Just a Robot fan right now, what are you going to gain out of being a fan, of him? I guess, you'll hear his side of the story, and I feel like that with people where it's if you're still defending this guy in 2025, you have to be doing it for entertainment purposes. You don't genuinely support this guy, because let it have been some stuff where I guess, people could get in serious trouble, I guess, supporting his beliefs and the stuff that he be talking about. I guarantee and I promise you, a lot of people, if not everybody, would jump ship, and they were more so talking on his fans, because I feel like anybody that's defending him now, it's you can't be a genuine fan of Just a Robot. I'm sorry, but no. I need to see proof. I need to see that you actually, I feel like that there might be very few people, but it's okay, what are you trying to gain out of it though? You're trying to, I just don't, I refuse to believe that there are people just going out their way being a Just a Robot fan. Yeah, maybe this would have been a thing some time ago, but I feel like now you have to either be a fan because you're trying to get something out of him, or you're being a fan because you're just entertained by how stupid and how dumb his arguments are and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, just cutting strong into it. So what are his fans capable of? I guess for somebody that's thinking about doing a Just a Robot video, or you already did do a Just a Robot video, but you're unfamiliar with his fans, you're unfamiliar with him, like what are they about? Because them together, it's like, yeah, you'll see where his fans, they'll go out their way and just do whatever, and then you'll see where Just a Robot, he's pretty much telling them to jump, do this, like some Simon Says type stuff, right? And yeah, then his fans, they just jump up and they do whatever. Like they might add a little bit to it and things, but other than that though, they don't give up. Like that's one thing about it. I still deal with his fans till this day. And it's something that I think of where I'm like, fam, like there's still some of his fans I feel like that they are like genuine supporters of his, because they do some things and I'm like, why? Like that just recently having it where it was, well, not recently, but it was some months ago where it was a fan of his that was threatening me, like threatening my life and stuff. And I sit down and I think about it. I'm like, bro, like if you are an adult, you gotta grow up. Like you seriously gotta grow up. The way that you carrying on online, but just based on how the guy was typing, I'm like, yeah, there's no way possible you could go into a GameStop's and buy a rated M game without, I guess, ID or some by a parent or a guardian, in there. They gotta provide their ID. I refuse to believe that whoever that person was an adult. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, you got fans like that. You got fans where they will hear like I guess like if so, like let's say for an example, you have a video up of yourself where you're just kind of telling people about your life and things growing up. Like let's say you had a troubling childhood or something like that. They will use that against you. I've never came out and said nothing like that, but there have been times where I've talked on things that had bothered me while I was in school. And yeah, there was like his fans, they will and that's one thing, because I know people probably ask like, are they stalkers or something? Yes, Just the Robot fans are 100% stalkers. They will go above and beyond trying to find out any information. Like there was one Just the Robot fan, I don't think he's a fan anymore, but that was one thing though, was that Just the Robot, he was very convincing, I guess, and I'm like, when I go back and watch the videos, I'm like, those are the videos that you guys watched, and then you had this random hatred towards me and stuff. I like you guys. I'm like his fans, I'm like, there's definitely a lot of them where it's like, yeah, you guys, I can see why y'all are in the same circle. You all got like some sort of autism or something going on. But anyways, but there was one of his fans, I remember he did a video, and I think that, yeah, that video is still up till this day. He does this video where he's going through my tweets, just like, this is an old video, by the way, but he's going through my like Twitter profile, just looking at my tweets. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, I don't say anything crazy, I don't do anything crazy. Why are you eating a TV dinner and then you just decide, oh, let me open up my iPhone or my laptop computer or whatever and just start recording a random TMossBoss video and things? It's stuff like that where I'm like, fam, like how sad is your life to where you find yourself, you could be doing any and everything with your day, right? Or night, whichever. You find yourself on Twitter just reading my tweets, and it was even like it was tweets where I guess like the tweets that you'll see me tweet out today is the same tweets that I was making when he did that video. Like I just kind of just like randomly dump out tweets. Like none of my tweets have meaning. I guess like maybe if I go live on Twitch or something, but I wasn't really streaming at that time being. But yeah, other than that, like the normal tweets, I'm like, yeah, it's not tweets I guess you would make a video about. So yeah, I mean, it was from stuff like that. And then there was the one guy, I don't know if he's still a content creator now. I don't really see too much of him, but it was this guy at the time being, he might be going by a different name now, but he used to go by, well, he went, when I very first came across him, he would think he was like mainstream media commentary or something. Like I feel like that might be the name, but then he started going by the name I Bully Bully. Some of you guys may know of him. But anyways, me and him, though, we did like squash the drama that we had between each other. I think he was trying to get me to have a conversation with Just a Robot, and he was like, he reached out to me and was all like, oh, like I think that's, and then I told you guys that was the first time I ever heard about robot having dyslexia, and I'm like, maybe he does, but I don't know. I guess like when you've dealt with somebody long enough, like you kind of find stuff like that hard to believe. So, but if he does have dyslexia, then yeah, it's whatever. He has dyslexia. But I'm like, I just find that strange though. He never had an issue making videos about me back then and stuff. So it's like all of a sudden I make it clear. I'm like, if you want to talk with me, I'm like, apologize. All that crap you put me through. But he didn't want to do that because I guess he hadn't taken his dyslexia medicine or whatever. But anyways, no, so I Bully Bullies, I remember a video that he did where, and that was like probably one of the like rare occasions where I sat down and watched a video about myself, but I just remember the one part of the video where he was like, oh, TMossBoss, we're always watching you and all this other stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, now I know that he's a grown man. Like, I'm like, I don't think he was a teenager at the time. He looked older than me, and so I don't know, maybe it's genetics or whatever, but anyways, yeah, I just remember that video, and I'm like, I didn't do nothing though. Like, that's the thing, you're just watching a random person like that. It's, and the reason, so because I know people are probably, they'll want to argue and be like, oh, you did do something, you did this, you did that, but I'm like, fam, though, sit down and think about it. All these things that Just a Robot is accusing me of, like, I guess it was the suicidal girl situation, the Joshua's mom situation, stuff. I'm like, my thing is, the Joshua's mom situation, I'm like, yeah, that's already been debunked, but with the suicidal girl situation, yeah, he don't want to come out and admit that was just one of his fans, that it was a setup. They all just did that for content, because he knows that that's going to look extremely bad for himself. So I'm like, that's the thing, and I think that's probably one of the main reasons on why he won't apologize, is because he knows that I didn't do anything wrong. I sat down, I minded my own business, I defended, we're going all the way back to the root of all of this. All I did was defend YouTubers that I had liked, the same exact thing that he did. So it's just very hypocritical when I see some stuff like that coming from him, where he's getting on me for defending people, and I'm like, fam, you literally turned around and did the same exact thing, and you made a much more worse video that I could have possibly did, so it's something, it's things like that I think about. But I'm like, man, if he does do that apology, and highly doubt that he ever will, I just think that because he's done so much wrong, he knows that that's just going to pretty much be the final nail in the coffin if he were to do an apology video and admit that there was like all the stuff that he said and did towards me. It's like, yeah, there's a lot, and he ain't gonna ever come out and probably talk on that stuff. If he got canceled for this Cinebear crap, that I already know he gonna get canceled for the stuff that he did to me. But anyways, and I'm like, and if he wants to put it to the test, and it's like, okay, then I'm like, come out. My thing is this: you don't care about the drama, you don't care about none of that. I guess like more so along the lines where you're not worried about the effect of whatever the cause was and stuff. So it's like, talk on it, talk on all that stuff. I would love to see him come out and admit to all the different things that he said and did about me, whether it was behind my back or content that he lied about and stuff. Like, I would love to see that. But anyways, but what else has his fans did? I mean, yeah, his fans, it's like, if I sit down and because this podcast episode, I just randomly did it and stuff. Like, I probably should have written out a bunch of different things, but I mean, like, yeah, the harassment, racism, stalking, what else have they done? Yeah, for the most part, those are like the three main things that they did, though. I don't know how many, because I called him and his community out for being racist. He ain't gonna want to admit to that. But then the harassment, yeah, I was just telling y'all about that, and the stalking too. And it just, to me, it trips me out, because it's like, you guys are doing that, but it's like you're doing it to people that don't deserve it, or it's like you're doing it to people because you don't like them. And it's like, it's things like that where it's just, it's very funny to me, where it's like the one dude, I Bully Bullies guy, where, and I think that's probably why he changed his name, because I don't think he goes by that name anymore. Hold on for a second. Let me look it up real quick. But hold on for I Bully Bullies. Let's see. No, yeah, I think this is like a fan-made account. I don't think that's, it might be his. No, I think that's a fan-made account, because the videos look downloaded. You could tell the difference between when a video is downloaded and when it's been posted by the original uploader and stuff, and yeah, those videos, they look downloaded. But anyways, dang, it's been some videos uploaded on him. I'm like, dang, bro, I didn't realize like he had some stuff going on with himself too. I just think just about everybody in that in just the robots community, they done been canceled or called out for something. Because yeah, I mean, from his editor, like his editor was called out for, and his editor. So I don't think a lot of you guys might not know about his editor, but he had this editor named Joshua, where he got called out for having inappropriate conversations with minors. So it's just, and what's funny is that he didn't do no video defending Joshua. So it's like, that's, to me, it's like it really pushes out that narrative that he had some sort of feelings towards, well, he didn't he say he was all like, oh, well, it's because she's a female and I'm a male, so that's why if there was any attraction, it was because of that. And I was like, that's one of the dumbest things I done heard. But anyways, no, so his editor had got called out for talking to minors. And yeah, I guess like if you guys can't find any videos on that, I guess like, well, I know that the person that he was having an inappropriate conversation with, Joshua, one of his victims, he came out and talked on it. And so yeah, that was like and I just find that funny. It's like he did a defense video for Cinebear, but he didn't do no defense video for Joshua. So that just over, and I'm like, Joshua was his editor. Joshua was somebody that was like, during the time where me and Just the Robot, when we had like issues, Joshua was right there to defend him and to, you know, have his back and things. So yeah, that just overall tells me that it's like, yeah, Just the Robot, he don't care about the people in his circle. If he did, he would have did a defense video for Joshua, but it's like, nah, he just let that stuff go. And it's I would have to say like this same stuff that Cinebear did, like, well, I think it was, either way, it was like still, if we, you know, we ain't gonna, I guess, like remove the technical, it's like Joshua still had an inappropriate conversation. I think it was either with one minor or multiple. Well, no, I think it was one minor, but he was being inappropriate to like a bunch of different people and stuff. So, but yeah, I was like, I just got to thinking about that. I was like, he didn't do no defense video. Well, I already knew that he didn't do no defense video for Joshua, but he still has like some of his videos up and things. So I'm like, yeah, that's another conversation I feel like we need to have with Just a Robot. It's like, why did you defend Cinebear, but you didn't even defend your own editor? Yeah, I think I have an idea for my next Just a Robot video, because yeah, I don't think a lot of people know about that. That was just kind of like something that was just swept underneath the rug and then was just left there to collect dust and things. So yeah, I think we're gonna do a video on that at some point. But anyways, but yeah, overall though, I feel like that needs to be said, just to, like, warning y'all about his fans. Like, they are stalkers. They love to harass people. I guess, like, if you are a person of color, it's like they are gonna be they probably will be racist to their own people and stuff. Like, if they're white and you're white, yeah, they'll probably say some old racist things to you. If not, they'll probably try to put you in like some sort of political category and things. But regardless, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, just be careful, be cautious dealing with his fans and stuff, because yeah, man, you know, his fans, they are him and his fans, they are some questionable people. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. And peace.